I am making catfish. Went to the grocery store, got a box of catfish for about $20. A whole box. I'm making about 5 pieces out of that. I got them in a pan right now because I'm going to flour them with some seasoning, and I'm going to deep fat fry them. You want approximately 6 to 10 minutes with them, about 2 at a time. And you want your temperature for your fish to be 165 degrees cooked internally. You heat up your oil for about 350 degrees. Then you cook this for about 10 minutes or until your temperature is 165 degrees Fahrenheit. This is the flour I'm using. What I did here is I added in some spices and seasonings that I use. You can cook your catfish however you want to do it. I added some spices and seasonings in with my flour, mix that up really good. Then I took 2 eggs, added a little milk, whipped up the eggs so I can soak my catfish in there, and then I'm going to flour them. I dipped the catfish fillet in egg, and then I put it in the flour, floured it up real nice. Right there. Get that to soak in that egg real nice. Egg's one of the best things you can use when it comes to flouring things. Then sit there. Get that real nice. There you go. Breaded catfish. Now we just deep fry them. As usual, we do not get paid for endorsing any products. This is of our own free will that we show what we cook with. I just use vegetable oil to fry them in. You want to heat up your vegetable oil to about 350 degrees. And then you cook your catfish for approximately 10 minutes or until the internal temperature is golden brown. I don't have a deep fryer, so I'm doing this the old-fashioned way with a French fry basket and some oil, cooking oil. This is actually my Busha's old basket I used to have for cooking French fries. This is the same type of oil you can use for cooking French fries too, when you make them out of homemade potatoes. And you also can deep fry them. You just want to remember to heat your oil up to 350 degrees. We are still waiting for the oil to heat up. There are many different ways to cook catfish. You can do it in the oven, you can do it in deep fryer, you can do it in a pan on the stove. However you want to cook them. You can even cook it on the grill. This is just one of the ways that I do it. There we are, 350 degrees. Now you want to be very, very careful because that oil is hot. You don't want to end up burning yourself with this. So you take your first piece of fish. Remember, this is hot. And then this cooks for approximately 10 minutes or until its internal temperature is 165 degrees Fahrenheit. We don't get paid for endorsing any products. It's always good to keep baking soda around when you got grease, because you don't use water on a grease fire. Repeat, do not use water on a grease fire. Use baking soda or a dry chemical fire extinguisher. Got that in the catfish. That's well over 165 degrees, so that is done. Line your serving plate with paper towel to drain off the grease. This is where a thermometer comes in handy. You want to be very, very careful too, because oil gets hot, and getting an oil burn is not fun. The first piece is done. See, look, see all the grease that's draining out of that? Oh, that looks really good. Yummy. Yummy, yummy, yummy. We got the next ones going. Now remember, that grease is very hot. Be careful. This is the finished product of how the catfish looks once it's done breaded and once it is done being cooked in the oil. You seen how clean that oil was when it was fresh? That's the oil now. It's all icky and gross. So now this looks good and it smells good. Buon appetito.